Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you very much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a look here at Bitcoin Cash BCH. This is a request from one of my community members, but I also get this one frequently throughout the months, just kind of to help cover it. And also, just know that there are some people that don't care for this coin. That's perfectly fine. I take an unbiased approach, so just know this is strictly for the TA, for the love of technical analysis. And if you are new to the channel, just know I love teaching people how to trade as well. This is my goal, my passion is to help you become a better trader. So if you can learn something here today, I would love it. All right, let me know if you did. And of course, if you want to become a better trader, I have a trading community with an esteemed group of individuals, somewhere between 250 to 300 members at this point, and we all learn and grow together. It's an amazing experience. And on top of that, of course, as well, is that I provide you with the Trading Academy to teach you how to become a better trader, and of course, signals for every single trade that I take, so you can kind of share in the wealth or just learn how to be a better trader by structuring your trades more effectively. It's probably the best and most ideal thing that you could take away from it. Taking a look here though at BCH, we're going to just kind of speak with the obvious. We're up over the 50-day simple moving average, but under the 200. That's pretty standard for a coin like this that had this really significant increase and a second attempt, but failed. Again, not terrible, pretty par for the course, you could say. I'm not too worried about the 200 just yet, but bottom line, we have a nice, strong continuation here today, and we've had 4 good days in a row. And we can see this little trend line as well that I kind of drew out from before that was working concurrent with the 50-day SMA. You can see that there. And now we're back up above. That's a key right there. This is something you want to look for when you're looking for breakouts. When the price breaks a descending trend line and then effectively increases itself or closes above the 50-day simple moving average. All right. So 4 days ago, we kind of got a signal here letting us know that's what's going on. Unfortunately, this wasn't on my radar. Now it is. We'll go ahead and see, of course, if there's any potential for signals in this here for my community. But generally speaking, I like what I see here so far on the 1 day. We're also touching or testing 70 on the RSI. So that's kind of telling us there's a resistance level right at about 387 that could essentially continue to hold until that's broken. Now, RSI on the 4 hour, correction, on the 1 day chart, helps us understand the strength, right? But it's a strong resistance level. If you can't break above it, we can expect the price to kind of stay below it for a little while. It might try again, but for now, it's perfectly fine for it to be underneath. I'm not super concerned with that. So it's more so a positive than a negative. Looking at the 4 hour here, we can see a similar story. Only problem is we're well over 70 on the RSI. And I say problem because in most cases, when you have a RSI over 70, you can see what happens as a result of that. RSI comes up over 70, there's usually a correction that takes place following that, right? So I'm not saying that we're going to see the price decrease significantly in value, but I'm letting you know that there's a likelihood of a pullback. And another reason why too is when we look at TD sequential, we hit a 9 about 12 hours ago. That basically implies that we've had a day and a half, almost 2 days worth of continuation of the upside, and that has to slow down eventually to consolidate. Now we do have a decent consolidation time frame here, which isn't terrible, and you can actually see how the price kind of consolidated at this price range. And we had this little breakout that occurred from this type of ascending pattern, okay? So it's really cool to see something like that happen, and it obviously broke out to the upside and hasn't looked back since, right? But the problem is it was exhausted going into that state, and the fact that it's where it's at right now, we're pretty much in overtime, for lack of a better term, so we shouldn't expect the price to go up much higher, okay? Be realistic to anticipate the price to trend between 364 and 387. That's probably a strong likelihood there. But again, 4 hour looks good there minus the overextension, but I would expect the price to kind of come back down. I would love to see the price consolidate sideways for 24 hours, get the RSI back under 70, and then maybe leg up again. That'd be nice. Again, we can't always get what we want, but that's essentially what a perfect world would look like. But minus that, BCH is trending positively here. You can see this nice little staircase type of pattern here, where it's kind of up, over, up, over. We just need some over right now in order to go up again, right? That's essentially how it works. But good news is it's obviously here to play, and we're seeing some pretty good stuff here. Take a look at Ishimoku Cloud, all green lights there, letting us know to leave our position open if we have one. And if we look at TD sequential here, we did just get a reset, so thankfully there's a bit of consolidation here that allowed for the timer to reset, or essentially that counter. So we could potentially see 7 more hours of continuation of the upside based on this metric alone. I don't use just TD sequential alone. It should be used in combination with other factors. But we've already acknowledged that we have a breakout on the 1 day, right? We've also got a continuation on the 4 hour. It is overextended, however. So to me, seeing an overextension on the 4 hour and a recent consolidation / reset on the 1 hour, that tells me we might see another maybe 8 hours of continuation, sideways or up, but it won't be super strong unless we get a tremendous amount of volume in here soon, which we did see here, right? We got this volume, which implies there's not a tremendous amount of selling pressure. Just note that we shouldn't expect the price to go too much higher based on the overall sense of the way things are right now. Again, not terrible, just overextended and needs to calm down for at least a day. Okay. If we can get sideways action for next 24 hours and just say tomorrow, get some type of candlestick like this to form right here, then we'll be in excellent shape to see it shoot up again. Right? I think that's very likely. But truth be told, BCH has tremendous potential. Do I think it's going to get upwards of 1600 again? Probably not. It's going to take a very long time to get there. But if we do, we'll see some resistances right around 700, because it does look like 700 is a point where the price doesn't want to pass in the relative recent past. So all in all, I do think BCH could be a decent return on investment. Are you going to 2, 3, or 4x this coin? Probably not immediately. 2x would be best case scenario, and that'll take a while. So just know that this is, yes, it's taking off currently. It's done this before though, and just note that it can absolutely turn back around on you. So just bear that in mind. But do I think the bottom is in? I would say fairly, for the most part, yeah. We've got an amazing amount of volume just below the current price point, and that helps us understand that's probably a floor or ground level. So we shouldn't expect anything under $300. Okay, so if the price does retrace, consider adding to your position at 300, because the likelihood of getting a return on investment for that is quite high. Again, we're not there anymore, but just letting you know, 300 is a nice, strong support at this point. So all in all, good stuff here for BCH. I really don't see anything adverse, minus the fact that we could expect a pullback closer to 363. And then, of course, the thing to probably pay attention to is to ensure that our next low isn't anything lower than just say about 340. Because if it comes down here to this point, then we'd have a little bit of problem. I'm speculating we're going to see 363 work as a support level. Worst case, 345 would be the next secondary support. I don't think it's going to pull back that hard unless Bitcoin pulls back really hard. That's a different story. Bitcoin comes down to 40,000 tomorrow, which is possible. I think it's less likely, but it's possible. Then Bitcoin Cash will effectively do something similar. Okay. But if pending Bitcoin doesn't do anything obnoxious and stupid, we should see a continuation of the side and or up from here. All right, hopefully you found benefit here, of course. If you're not currently a community member, consider joining. Obviously, it's a great experience, and we all have a good time. CryptoCache.tech is the website, and of course, message me if you have any questions. I'm available at CryptoCache Tech through Telegram and a handful of other social medias down below as well. I look forward to getting to know you better. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for your time. I'll see you soon.